The paradox of remote working. There's no debating it. Flexible work is here to stay. But how does that fit into the wider business culture, and what does this hold for the future? With the vaccination program steadily expanding and the end of the lockdown on the horizon, most employees are asking the question, what's next? Coming up is a summary of what businesses are doing and maybe some things you can think about. If you haven't yet, be the coolest guy or girl and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Here we go. Hello friends, my name is Amit and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things that can help us live better and be better. In today's video, I'm touching on businesses all around the world and its shift as it tries to work out what a post-pandemic world will look like and consider working patterns that will accommodate employees that have been working remotely for more than a year now. As vaccination rollouts pick up and countries step out of restricted lockdowns, companies are looking hard at their transformation agenda as they search for the right balance between in-office time and remote working, enshrining and building in much needed flexibility as the world shifts to a post-pandemic normal. That said, one thing is very clear from every discussion I've had with friends, family, and colleagues. No one-size-fits-all policy is going to work for everyone and every business. So it's really important to get as many benefits as possible from working both at home and in the office, with as few drawbacks within the accepted framework of flexibility. And that works for both employers and employees. But we know this, right? It's been a year. Surely we have the handle on remote working and the mechanics around it. Well, in truth, some companies have been practicing this for a while. But I dare say never before has a hybrid model with such employee agency been created in the workplace. The technology available today has largely allowed businesses to continue to manage the pandemic as best as possible while keeping business impact low. But what does that mean for the future of the workplace? Will super cities like London, New York, Hong Kong be filled with white elephants in the urban core? Empty, dusty offices with no requirement for an in-office experience? That's unlikely. And in a few years, once people feel safe again, the balance will shift again to be more flexible than during pre-COVID and less remote than during the pandemic. About 2 days to 3 days remote or in office is likely to be the approach for most technology-driven businesses. So now that we know that the old office buildings and the vibe in Times Square will eventually return, so we can look forward to that, let's focus on the concept of flexibility. The World Economic Forum discussed the concepts of flexibility and remote working just last week. So if you're interested, you can check out the article linked below in the description after this video. In the article, the expert view is that flexible working creates ambivalent, contradictory, and tangled experiences, and that it should be understood as a paradox, in that it is a complex experience entailing continuous tensions, potentially having an impact on overall well-being. The article goes on to discuss how flexible working since the lockdowns has been associated with positive employee outcomes, like increased happiness and engagement or reduced exhaustion. But it has also been argued to encourage work intensification, detachment, or burnout problems. Considering this paradox, there's a need to incorporate balance into the future remote working model, creating a deal for all stakeholders that supports business and supports employees. Just this week, UK businesses like PwC, Deutsche Bank, and Standard Life have opted to give their staff a choice of spending more time working from home, expecting employees in certain cases to spend 2 to 3 days with colleagues either in offices or on client sites or socially once restrictions ease. And after all this reading, my take is simple. Flexible working will be part of our everyday lives going forward. The deal to be in office will support teams to grow and collaborate and build the trust necessary to deliver to all stakeholders. And while remote working is vital for flexibility, we should not overlook and undervalue the importance of personal and safe interaction in the office once it's safe in your country. It's in these passing moments in between meetings, after calls, walking in and out of the office, and catching up with friends at the water cooler that builds rapport, connects people, and builds trust. Perhaps the focus should shift from where you work to how connected are you. More focus on connectivity will ensure that time is made for social and business interactions to foster an environment in which trust can be built. In the meantime, as we walk the tightrope of this new hybrid model, balance will be key. Thanks for watching, take care, be safe, and see you next time. Thank you.